Sorry about that. Hello everyone, it's Myrkr von Karstein once again. I just realized the microphone's very far away from me. But, as was promised in the schedule on both Twitch and on Twitter, we are doing Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader today. Hope everyone's having a lovely time zone. I've actually grown quite fond of saying that, ironically. And I made a new outfit for myself, and I'm going to show it off real quick. That, and I just realized it's still out of position anyway, so yeah. Let's roll a bit. Ta-da! So, there was like two inspirations to this outfit. One, for whatever reason, I really got in the mood for making like a private eye detective look. So, I made one. Probably be good if I was playing Vampire the Masquerade rather than this, but I'd rather like it. Two, it reminds me very much of the outfit you can see one of the main sources of inspiration for some of my models' looks, particularly the ponytail. This looks a little bit like one of my most favorite characters from an old cartoon series. That character being David Thanatos from Gargoyles. It was basically this anti-hero-like character. It was rather morally gray, but for the most part, a good guy. Basically, to really sum him up real quick and fast, think evil Tony Stark. Well, maybe not evil per se, just more out for himself and less altruistic. Yeah, that's a good example. I really like the character though. Anywho, enough about that. You came here for a game, and I aim to deliver. Is it still playing sound? I honestly cannot tell. So let me know if there's any sound besides just me. I hear something, but I honestly can't tell if it's the game or my computer. Anywho, we successfully grabbed a navigator, so now we know where in the world. No, let me rephrase. Now we know how to travel around the warp. Ah, there's the sound. Excellent. So now I think we'll head down to that place. That looks like a bunch of Eldar runes to me. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the old term. Eldari runes. Does anyone know why they changed the name of the Eldar and Dark Eldar to Eldari and Drukhari? I honestly never understood that policy change well, name change from Games Workshop. Anywho, we're going there. Ah! Lord Captain, there is some commotion in the officer's deck. The Navy Navigator has left her quarters and is currently in the wardroom, where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you should find out what has brought Cassia to the deck. I don't even get an option. I have to go no matter what.
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance.
Dang, that's one comfy looking room. I mean, seriously, that looks like a nice place to chill out in. As long as you don't pay any attention to all the metal. Lady Navigator is engrossed in pursuing the dusty tomes, which appear to have been neglected by the other officers, be it because of sloth or dullness of mind. When you walk closer, Cassie looks up at you, starts, and hides a weathered book behind her back. Okay. My options are, pleases me to see you adjusting your life aboard the ship. Alas, the title alone is not enough to hold everyone's attention all the time. Point the book and cast your hand. I see you're fond of reading. What do you think you're doing here? I did not give you permission to leave the bridge. Wow. That's a real assholeish response. Oh, Skier just went live. Cool. Let me think. Mostly pragmatic crime lord, and I just realized I've been trying to base my actions off of David Senatos. So... No, I'm more clever than that. I'm not gonna plan out the book. We'll probably bring that up later. So I'm gonna go with either 1 or 2. What sounds a little bit better, though? Play off all suave like, you know, oh, glad you're, you know, hanging out so well on the ship now. Life's good for you. Or bring up the title. Not gonna lie, the number 2 feels like I'm flirting with her. Why are my eyes closed? So we're gonna go with number 1. Sorry. I was just trying to clear out my throat.
Compared to Yurak 5, your ship is a boundless world of unfamiliar hues. And yet, the abundance of bright colors can at times be wearisome on the eyes. The bridge and the decks are so clamorous. In my search for a place of quiet, I was fortunate to come upon this islet of serenity filled with rare tomes and practically devoid of color.
Okay. I can imagine going through the freaking warp's going to be colorful, to put it mildly. For those who are not in the know, the warp, the very quick and dirty explanation for those uninitiated in the Warhammer lore, is basically traveling through hell. Yes. So, yeah. Okay, 1. The events that took place on Yurak 5 must have shaken you greatly. Are you well? 2. Your only attendant is your valet from Yurak 5. Do my servants not measure up to your standards? Again, that sounds like a complete asshole line. I hope they have ample time to calm yourself and your powers. Bring that up later, the book. We'll go with number 1. Because I'm still the charming, illustrious, crime lord. You don't know I have any alternative moments.
One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you.
Cassius' responses were serif and pointedly decorous, clear intent to create a distance between you. Oi, what'd I do to make you mad at me? I saved your life. I'm a hero. Okay. Real quick, I want to look at something. I got some random notification. Let's see what the world's about. No, just someone else I know. So, whoever could it be, huh? Let's bring the book to attention.
Oh, this. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves, and I must say, it has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse. I find it so beautiful and enrapturing.
That sounds like a pain to me to read. Cassio carefully shows the book when it turns out to be a collection of works by the Acadian naval commander and poet Aurelius Quint. I totally messed that up.
Urak 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
Cassia gently brushes the dust off the cover with her thin, clawed hand, her eyes filled with longing after reminiscing about her lost home. Sorry, I had some hiccups. Okay. Alright, now to be a little harsh on her, I suppose. I gotta kind of wonder. You don't trust my people?
No. It is not that at all, Lord Captain. It is just that Uwe is quite capable of carrying out his duties by himself. He is well accustomed to my whims and preferences.
Okay, fair enough. Ooh, I passed the perception test. Cassia cringes ever so slightly, adjusts the doormat on the forehead, awkwardly hides her clawed fingers and folds her gloves. The natural appearance on Agar's often becomes the topic of gossip among lowly servants and officers alike. It's not surprising that Cassia prefers to cut one who is used to how she looks. Alright, fair enough. I could get that. Alright. I've hoped that you have ample time to calm yourself and your powers.
There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis nobility.
Medicine.
But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior and your question just now insulting.
Oi. That was my literally only line of dialogue I could use, lady. Give me some...
Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying? You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I.
Huh?
I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
Frightened by her own words, Cassia covers her mouth, pales, blushes, and pales again, hides her face behind the cascade of her snow-white hair. I'm beginning to think, Lady Cassia, that the feelings I have for you are far more complicated than... Whoa, dang, that's moving fast! You have nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural, be they good or bad, and it's just as natural to share them with others. Quite right, so I would ask that you mind what you say from now on. It is indeed difficult for me to feel empathy for a mutant. However, the crew's well-being hinges on that of its navigator. I believe this conversation has reached its natural conclusion. There's always this one, like, asshole-ish noble line in there. Which is number 5, in my opinion. And that's like the extreme diagnostic response there. No, I don't feel like being a jerk. Not gonna lie, I'm rather starting to like her. I want to start putting the moves on her. A save. Bummer. I'm just having trouble deciding because I know what companions you can get later on. and which ones are romanceable. I'm just trying to think which best suits my roleplay so far. But dang it, I didn't expect to start liking this girl so fast. No, I'm not going to lay the moves on her yet. I'm going to go with number 2 at the moment. Hopefully that won't lock me out of a romance if I do go for her. Because, I'm really liking her personality. Nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural, be they good or bad. And it's just as natural to share them with others.
Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station. Of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Urak 5. So, why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here?
Wait. Has literally no one taught her about basic emotions? And feelings? That sounds like a bad idea for someone who can control stuff in her mind and her emotions affect everyone around her.
At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities. And just imagine the things that await beyond, but my delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
Holy moly, I just noticed the first 2 options. They're just... Dang! Down, outright horny. I would not dare to make fun of a lady's feelings, especially not one who's kept me since I first set eyes on her. Of course, number 2 is even worse. I'd rather be flying to amusement house for perhaps in the privacy of my chambers. Lord Captain demands a booty call. That was a weird accent I just did. So I'm gonna try to avoid using that one ever again. I find childish a matter of addressing me as I for your friend, and your mistaken belief that anyone here would be interested in hearing about your emotional turmoil. How brain-dead stupid do you have to be to say something like that to someone whose emotions literally affect everyone around her? I understand what you're going through. My own life was turned upside down not too long ago. I'm not in the habit of finding amusement at the expense of my people. Just remember to keep your emotions in check. I'm afraid I must return to my duties. That was just... Oh, crap. Emotions are being thrown around. Run! Run, Lord Captain, run! I don't know why I started thinking about Forrest Gump. But I did. Dang. They really want you to get locked in on a romance path quick, it seems, at Outcat. No. 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 Maybe I was like a military guy. For number 5. So the only real option is not 3. Number 4 is my only real option. Simply because I don't really want to start throwing out the romancy lines just yet. Oh. I guess that she really like her personality. What's this notification I have? Sorry, I get distracted by notifications. Wonder why in the world I have them. scale of anything important. Sorry. Ah! Go for it, not go for it. Go for it, not go for it. I just oddly noticed the buttons on my trench coat. They look cool. Which reminds me, I've been meaning to practice more in my little outfit creator thing. I wanted to actually try my hand at being more artistic. So usually I just kind of, like, the most advanced thing I did was actually design the model, which was, you know, playing with the toggles until I found something I thought matched what I had in my head about how I want Myrkr to look like. Then I just pretty much chose, like, the pre-made clothes that you could just click on to the model. And yeah, I mean, I've been liking them so far. I've come up with some nice combos, I think. But I kind of want to, you know, play around with them a little. You know. Then I got very annoyed that one time when that one person was saying how it's not really my original character. It is my original character. It's just, I also gotta deal with the reality of I'm not an artist. I don't have that skill set. I wish I did, but I don't. So, I did what could work for me, and I got a result I was happy with. And it's inspired me to actually try stuff like that. Sorry. I just kind of have fun chatting, which is amusing since, before I took up streaming, I wasn't very much of a chit-chatter. Like, tell me what you want, and then move on. Okay. I'll still play safe this time around. I understand what you're going through. My own life was turned upside down not so long ago.
Indeed. I did not know. That is to say, I could not have known, as it is the first time we are speaking in a circumstance so private. My word, when I found this place, it was so full of officers. Why did they all leave?
Why is my guy so horny? If I made me so bold as to pursue, my subjects must have found themselves overcome by your rare beauty, as I have. Is it so bad that we enjoy each other's company? Are you sure? In what world? Alright, I get some people dig someone being confident when they approach them like that. But that's just like the meme from Mass Effect where Shepard comes up to the romance interest and goes, "Well, bang, okay." I do not tolerate idlers on my ship. My officers know. Well, perhaps my people do not wish to disturb you? Why do we have this little run for your life option? 2 is just no. That's just downright horn dog in my opinion. It's like, come on. I don't care. You... What, you 12, basically? Okay, let me rephrase since 12 is horribly young. Are you 18? No, because that sounds like I'm backhanding, insulting her. Perhaps my people do not wish to disturb you. No, that sounds like a real subtle insult at her again. I think the only real options are 1 and 4, tell the truth. I don't really like 4, though. It just... To me, it seems like you're, in a way... No matter how you look into that, that basically implies that, like, they were freaking scared of you. And I'd rather my navigator not be like, oh, this guy thinks I'm just this monster barely held in check. I know that's natural Imperial mindset. My moles of pursuit, my subjects must have found themselves overcome by a rare beauty as I have. Dang it. Dang it. I have to be a role player. And I really didn't want to look up a cheat guide. There's only one thing I want to look up a cheat guide for, and that's very later on in the game, I do believe. Okay, fine, we'll go with number 4. Perhaps my people do not wish to disturb you.
Or because my presence offends them. Then I must take my leave as well. I am due to inspect the Sanctum Navis after the communion ritual and prepare the chamber for the upcoming warp jump. Thank you for your company.
Dang it. I should have turned on the suave at the end there, dang it. Also, that walk. Sorry about how long that took. Oh. I should have played this how I usually play my Dragon Age games. I randomly pick a romance interest from the start and go, okay, I'm gonna do everything based on how to make that person like me. Stop yelling Lord Captain at me, it's very annoying. Oh well. Go there. Lord Captain, sorry to disturb you. But it just pauses after listening to something. It's pandemonium outside the bridge gate. One officer seems to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think I hear Master Versilion's voice in case I wanted to warn you in advance. Can there not be a single moment of peace and quiet? That's all I ask for. First, there's unexpectedly cute navigator girls. Now annoying officers. Can't you see your Lord Captain? Your Lord Captain's trying to do a stream. I really should have turned on the charm on that. On Cassia. I wasn't expecting her to be so cute. And honestly, you found out who I get attracted by all of a sudden. It's shy, cute noble girls, apparently. Okay. The everyday sounds of the bridge are disrupted by voices raised in anger. Admiral's voice, the loudest of all. This is not the conduct of an officer! These are the antics of a highborn brat out on a lark! Explain yourself, Lieutenant! Young woman standing before Abelard strives with all her might not to quail under the onslaught of her superior's anger. She falters and manages to look him in the eye and say, I apologize, sir, but I must speak to the Lord Captain. Continue. Very well, Lieutenant. You may address the Lord Captain, Not least because I see you've already seen fit to disturb you. Your unauthorized appearance on the bridge and display of belligerence to a high-ranking officer will be logged on your personal file without delay. Oh, you can tell Alar's just barely holding himself from cutting her down right here and now. Lord Captain! Lieutenant Aurelia Vent, requesting permission to speak. Vent falls silent, then asks harshly, on a matter of extreme importance and urgency. I shall listen to what you have to say. Speak, Lieutenant. You may speak, but I want to hear a report, not a shouting match. Having two officers bickering in full view of the bridge is unacceptable. I will not tolerate this kind of conduct on my ship. Abelard, assign the lieutenant appropriate punishment. Lieutenant, you have 1 minute to state your business. You may speak, but I want to hear a report, not a shouting match. Having two officers bickering in full view of the bridge is unacceptable. I fully agree with that statement. It's never a good sign to let everyone see the ones they're looking up to and in charge all at each other's throats. Especially in Warhammer. You want to at least keep up the fiction that everyone's a united front. I am sorry, Lord Captain. I thought that drastic times called for drastic measures. Then explains hotly. This matter cannot wait. Any man now assault unit will be dispatched to the lower decks in order. And orders to crush the workers' strike by any means necessary. But I am convinced that this step is unwarranted, that the crisis and that the crisis is provoked by the actions of one of the senior officers. Vanessa, almost trembling with tension, she delivers her speech, her face extremely pale. What you trying to say? Avalar no hurry to intervene, lets out a skeptical huff. He glances at Starbuck, who is standing not far from him, but she maintains a stony expression. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate the actions of Seneschal Berserian, and to intervene in what's happening in the lower decks, because very soon we have a mutiny of a massacre on our hands. Brent reels off the last words as though she knows them by heart. She has clearly been preparing sailing for some time. When she is finished, she casts an anxious glance at Abelard, then at you. There's an insurrection in the making aboard my ship, and no one has informed me? How does this all start? Where does the Seneschal come in all this? I like number one. No one bothered to tell me about the another insurrection starting? I would not deem it a problem worthy of the rogue trader's attention. The lower decks, as so happens, out of revolt. 30-some years ago, we even had a revolutionary leader rise up to establish workers' rule across the entire ship. It took a month to restore order, but even 8 years later, we were still battering rumors that the hero who survived his execution and was on the verge of gathering people to fight against tyranny once more. Needless to say, the rumors were baseless. As for the current situation, we have sufficient enforcers to deal with it. But on this ship, the word of the Lord Captain carried more weight than a salvo from 100 bolters. I'm sure the rogue trader addresses malcontent correctly. He will quell the unrest. I dread to think what problem you will disturb to the rogue trader went for next. Perhaps he will ask the low captain to break up brawls in the mess room. I've already given you the means to resolve this problem. You simply need to use them. I think that was a reference to Katie's game. If I made your lordship, sending a hit squad to crush his rebellion is a means of ignoring the problem, not solving it. How did this even start? The situation could boil at any minute, so I'll give you the condensed version. It all began when the forces found a cultist animal on the body of someone who'd been killed in a drunken brawl. We reported to the chain immediately, arranged for the cleansing rite to be performed, and opened an investigation. No heretics have been found alive, but the search has brought tension between enforcers and workers to a head. Yeah? You've literally explained nothing to me. I shall explain. I beg you to hurry. Time is running out. I will not hurry, since my competence is under scrutiny. I shall speak for as long as I see fit. Abelard, I'm really liking Abelard too. Abelard and Cassia. I'm really enjoying those two. Argentia is basically any random battle sister you can find. Psyker girl. I forgot her name already again. She scares me. No ifs and buts. She just scares me. And is there another companion? I don't think so. At least not yet. Okay, sorry. There is an established order to the ways things are done on this ship. And one of the pillars of that system is that the rogue trader's attention is not distracted by trivial matters. It is the Central's role to ensure that. I've always handled internal problems myself. So, of course, when I see information about cultists hiding in the lower decks, I took the matter in hand. So long as I live, not one of the vermin who murdered Theodora von Valancius will find refuge on her ship. Seriously though, she. Adlard sounds like Jeremiah Gottwald to a T. Just look him up and Koki some. You are far too heavy-handed, Central President. Arrests, interrogations, mass punishments for entire sectors. It's driven people to the brink. Vent says bitterly. Now there's a strike on the lower decks. In Depot 4 to be precise, 3 worker clans are involved, with many more passively supporting them. The situation could degenerate to all-out insurrection. When I reported my concerns, the only response I received was an order to dispatch the assault unit and crush the strike with maximum force. So far, I'm feeling more like Abelard. Abelard, what do you say to all this? I see no need to add anything. I acted within the remit of my authority, guided exclusively by the best interest of your protector and your personal safety. If you wish to further recite my actions for yourself, I have no objections. For my part, I urge the Lord Captain to go down to the lower decks, stop the assault unit, and speak directly to the people. You will see they are not lying or harboring heretics. That way you will stop the uprising before it begins. What is Depot 4? Depot 4 is one of the poorest sectors on the lower decks. It is home to clans of general laborers that are not as valuable to the ship's families who serve the specialized systems for generations. They are easily replaceable as resource, one which is now more besides giving succor to cultists and minions of the arch enemy. Depot 4 is poor and trouble, but at worst that means drunken fights and illegal rot gut brewing. That sounds disgusting. We have handled the workers of Depot 4 in the past. We would have done so again if the crackdown on Depot 4 had been so harsh. And our important point to bear in mind, the problem is not limited to this sector. It's located on one of the most populated lower decks. Everything that happens there has a knock-on effect on all the neighboring sectors. Master at Arms, the ship's... Oop, I didn't get a chance to read that. Master at Arms, the ship's reports report to you, and you seem hesitant to speak your opinion. Oh wait, I just remember I could... Oh, that. Sorry about that. Lord Captain, unlike these kind of events, I respect the chain of command and realize that it's not my right to challenge my superiors. Sarback bows her head in Abelard's direction. However, later, a serpentine smile appears on her lips. That being said, while I entirely share Master Bastier's opinion of what fate Depot 4 to serve, I must note that this insubordination of direct consequence of practices that he himself has introduced. Oh? High serpentine smile, though. That part's the suspicious part. Mr. Starbuck, I see if you decide to follow the Lieutenant's example. After all, such behavior does you no credit. It appears I have unearthed an old squabble. I would prefer to be left out of it. Starbuck, explain yourself. The ship's regulations state So the Master of Arms is responsible for solving all matters related to the ship's enforcers. It is no secret that the Seneschal has a tendency to show partiality. Those enforcers and officers whom he is deemed particularly promising are at times given permission to approach him for tutelage. Oh? I cannot deny Master Restarian's experience and insight. The Seneschal has a record of fostering students who have indeed achieved much and demonstrate impeccable performance. However, extending such patronage over the head of their immediate superior encourages disregard for hierarchy among your lordship's servants. Today, an enforcer goes to the Seneschal to report an order from the Master of Arms that they disagree with. Tomorrow, they'll go to the Lord Captain to object to the Seneschal's order. I know it's a pattern of these actions. Excuse me. Huh. Avalar, do you wish to respond? Mr. Starbuck, can you recall an occasion where I would encourage an officer to disobey their superior, or one where I would overrule their order, or show favoritism to those who merited none? None, Seneschal, for there have been no such cases in the entire time I have served aboard the ship. If anyone would claim otherwise, I would them pay for insulting your honor with blood. Your conduct in this regard, however, has always been spotless. Nevertheless, given your eminent position, a simple show of attention on your part is enough to erode the propriety of a junior officers, inflate their sense of self-importance, and undermine discipline. That you distinguish some of them and know them by name is tantamount to walking around the officer's deck, handing out gifts to officers who cut you up. Those you set apart from them, ambition and audacity makes them stand out among the rest. Enforcers are meant to be faceless servants, fighters ready to die, their fate trusted to their commander, no one else. That is the sole foundation of order. No. Avalar has a much better understanding of how to run a group than you do. Yeah, you want to convince... Okay. I'm gonna try to approach this from like a roller's perspective. Basically, this is Myrkr's idea of how to rule 101. Even if you do treat them all as like a disposable, obedient, walking death machines, your subjects. No. Of course, you want the absolute loyalty of your subjects. But there's no way you're naturally going to just get that. You have to give some incentive to get said loyalty. Because not everyone's going to buy into the luster and glory of whatever your position. Like, President, King, Emperor, Lord Captain, Admiral, General, Colonel, whatever, say you. CEO. You have to convince them to want to be loyal to you, how life is better with you. Like, one of the easiest ways is just show some basic interest in them. Which is, like, just knowing their name and knowing some basic details about them. Ah, Officer, Kowalski. I see your, aim's improved greatly. Where are you getting some pointers from your good old Uncle Jim? Oh, yeah. I remember Uncle Jim. I had to serve him. He was always such a crack shot. I'm glad to see you're taking after him. It would help if you taught some of those other lads how to shoot as good as you. I don't know, just trying to give a quick random example. Okay, sorry. I'll try to do less chit-chatting. I know I keep promising that, but it's fun. I should probably put that in my bio now that I think about it. Apparently I'm chatty. Okay, Lieutenant Van, would you say the Seneschal will sing you out from your peers in any way? Lord Captain, I serve the Seneschal Restarian. There's never going to be any prejudice. Never wants to advocate for me, nor facilitate my promotions, although he is the man who convinced me to become an officer in the first place. He has offered me extensive guidance at my service, for which I am grateful to him. I want all my fellows to receive such attentions. You know, at least a dozen fine officers who the Office of the Central keeps in its sights to ensure that they continue to strive. To prepare the new generations of the dynasty's servants, to instruct them, and to separate those with the potential from those who have exhausted it. That is my duty as Seneschal. This ship has bays worth of pilots, enforcers, officers, technicians, and stewards whom I raised personally. By the throne, every third person standing on this bridge right now is my student at one point. Yeah, totally. Abelard, yeah, that's totally how you should roll. You look around, you notice, okay, that person's good at their job. Good job. Then you notice this one person. Hey, if I give them a pointer or two, I can take someone who's already good at their job and make them great. I see. Evidently, my officers are anything but a shining example of unity and adherence today. I have only myself to blame, I suppose. Okay, so my three options are: I've heard enough, I will go down to the lower decks and deal with the problem personally. Therefore, I'm certain the Seneschal of acting with his authority, but I will verify the soundness of his decision for myself. My last option is, this matter is not worth the rope trayer's time. Leave the bridge, and don't ever disturb me again. Ah, dang it. How to roleplay this? Quite frankly, I don't really want to go against that war. I'm really liking this character. Him and Cassie. Yeah, cool. And will you stop pacing her along my dang bridge? It's aggravating. Hard enough, go down the lower decks. I think I'll go on option 4. Sorry. I was really thinking about this. I'm certain the Seneschal was acting with his authority, but I will verify the soundness of his decisions for myself. The only reason why I'm going with that option is because, well, honestly, I'm going to give you a rather pragmatic why I'm going along with that option. Simply because, if that's the most popular section, and anything that happens there can have multiple blowbacks, I want to get down to it right away. But this is also Warhammer. If you're not going the route of the heretic, you want to stamp any form of heresy in its infancy. You want to stop it immediately. Go wholesale slaughter, basically. No chances. Well, that's a very dogmatarian Inquisitor approach there. I don't mean like just, go scorched earth or anything. Just don't give it a chance to grow. Okay, I'll go with you. Trial and preserve you, Lord Graham. Thank you for your support. An Enterprise boarding with self-mark, but please yourself, Lord Captain, however. Assist and escort. Lord Captain, regret the forces running will handle the situation, which then led to you and the Sentinels involvement. I consider my duty to go to step before myself and see to expedite resolution of this incident. Yes, everyone must come. Honestly, I think the next time I'm gonna just go, get off my bridge. Especially if I'm playing a noble player. Greetings, your graces. Hey, it's Rostarian, take that, scum. What could... I have no idea what that person was even saying, dang it. Wax the sweat from his brow and a starting human gesture in a tongue, a rare moment where he allows his age and weariness to show through his armor like veneer of self-assurance. Lower decks are a source of endless problems. Sometimes I only deep regret we cannot replace all the locals and servitors. Dang, Ablod, that's a little extreme there. Oh, let me show you what servitors are if you don't know what they are. They are mindless cybernetic drones created from a fusion of human flesh and robotic technology, used to carry out simple manual tasks. Yeah, that's not cloned human flesh. It can be, but normally it's they grab a quote-unquote troublemaker and turn them to said mindless cyborg. The people dare to disrespect the senior officer. They would have not the chance to express such respect if we were not here and the situation had been dealt with by rebel officers. Avalar Grimson. As the junior officer's worst felon and past problem up the chain of command. I've never been able to abide it. I shall say again, it was a mistake to come here on Lieutenant Prince Rim, Lord Captain. I must admit that the lieutenant is by no means the worst material for an officer, as previously. But in the name of terror, the girl is the same age as my eldest great-granddaughter. She has all the gall to tell me how to manage the lower decks and hunt down cultists. Be another 20 years at least before she can be trusted to act without oversight. I'm not really sure what's the point in saying this line, but let's go ahead and say it. Of course they were. The organization is the daily routine line of the ship rests upon my shoulders. A mountain of challenges and problems from which I endeavor to insulate you, Lord Captain. The situation on the lower decks has been a cause for concern. I have intervened personally on more than one occasion. Must be why they remember me. They don't know your face. To them, you're akin to a creature of legend. One is to turn their steps to the golden throne, no less. Whereas I am the man whose name is attached to every order, docking rations, or lowering a base heating. Let's keep going. We need to get to the bottom of this. What's this? Something resembling a nest made out of thermal insulation material. This must be where the workers sleep between shifts.
Keep your wits about you.
Hey, what's that?
What's what? The container can be seen beyond the massive bars. Perhaps examining the pipe will allow you to reach it. How do I examine the pipe? What? Emperor save us and keep us. This is depressing. I don't understand. I'm confused.
Let us not dawdle.
I was born in this section. It looks like I'll die here too. Inside this box, a string of scratched letters around on the edge, different first names but the same surname. Looks like this box is passed from down the family from generation to generation.
I always keep my options open.
I just want to know how in the world you examine this pipe.
I still do not see our purpose in coming here.
Relax, old man. Going for a stroll on the lower decks every once in a while is good for you. Lets you see how the simple folk live.
Huge pipe towers the ship run from main base, delivering air, water, heat, and propulsive force of steam.
I always have a backup plan.
Sounds like a heated discussion railway for the ship's base, the Turian line event, the ships and forces, that barring the path of superior mass arms to Costa Sabra. Those arrived in clad in armor. Judging by their expressions and tone, the standoffs that dragged on some time already has now already reached boiling point. Lieutenant Vent, my patience is wearing thin. I have given you an order. Now get out of my way. I cannot comply with our men. Men look shaken with still fire in their eyes. This is my deck, my sector. So long as this area under the Lord Captain's special oversight, no action can be taken without my express permission. There are only 3 people who are authorized to make me stand down. The first officer, the rogue trader, and the Emperor himself. So not all my lessons fall on deaf ears. Avalar mutters in crabby approval. He does not clarify whether it means Vent, Sarabok looming over her, or both. Your lordship! Noticing you, the 2 officers snap to attention, so their subordinates following suit a moment later. We encountered some locals on the way here. Their conduct was outrageous. They even tried to throw things at us. Vent fell slightly. People were getting desperate, clearly. They saw the assault unit and they decided they had nothing left to lose. I mean, I apologize, Lord Captain. It's outrageous. I'm sure the people simply didn't recognize you. Wouldn't have occurred otherwise. We'll deal with them once the current situation is resolved. Excuse me. Is that all you have to say? Are you sure you're worthy of an officer's rank? Lieutenant Vent. Why am I using American pronunciation? Fell slightly, but straightens up and closes up. Forgive me, Lord Captain. I would take steps to ensure such a thing does not happen again. What is the situation? Your Lordship, my people have locked down the bay where the strikers are, including their leaders. We have the situation under control as far as our resources allow. Under control, Lieutenant. I came here to lead an investigative unit. What do I see? The rebels on verge of mutiny. There's nothing to investigate. It simply calls for immediate repressions and firing squad. And you, Vin, are a step away from facing charges yourself! Speak to the strikers or open fire. Honestly, I'm already down here, so I might as well at least hear them. Give off whatever. No, it's this way, strange yourself to say stuff. Alright, you are, Lord Captain. Allow me to wish you good luck.
Is there money to be made?
supposed to do with these valves? I am confused. I did.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Old man, stagger. Rivet. Everyone else is just rabble.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Doesn't paradise apprehensively stare apprehensively at you. People before your typical inhabitants lower decks have taken their simple clothing, crude weapons and faces that play very well as imitation. From the barely discernible to the strange to the outright grotesque. Whisper passes through the crowd and you detect a mixture of fear, astonishment, and joy in their reactions. Finally, 3 people break away from the crowd. Not only woman, 2 men. These must be the leaders. The bow comes through for you. Lord Captain, you have come down to us. We were attacked on the way here. How do you explain that? Here's an explanation for you. The people have been pushed through, but now they're lashing out. We don't know why these top decks units being sent down here like that one that lieutenant won't pass. Our clans are all inside the bay that's been sealed off, but the lower deck's big. I'm sure there's some people who've just about enough. We're getting it from all sides. The soldiers in the circle, the ones who've risen up. The death skull is just rising. No wonder folks are lashing out. Awareness test succeeded. Their words seem sincere to you. Their body language and the constant trade between them reveal that the news of the attack has shocked them. Tell me what is troubling you. Why are you striking? Striking, that's news to us, your lordship, says the tall man, thin man working scrub. All we're doing is asking questions, saying what we think. What? That's unallowed in the Imperial. I am saying that as a joke for the stream. In reality, that is the truth. Shut up, Rivet, snacks the old woman who turns her hostile dark eyes to you. Yeah, you I don't like. Here's the deal, your lordship. Your damn enforcers are all over us down here. They say they're looking for cultists. One wrong word, they're reaching for their batons. They wish to punish someone, they'll turn off the heating. The whole base for a week at a time, so we get sick and freeze. In my clan, 2 little ones die from inflammation in their lungs. All because of the old enforcers. The little one spits on the floor and rubs at the spirit with the toe of her worn out shoe. Argenta does not interrupt the workers, but you see the sadness well in her eyes from the trapped children's death formation. She quietly whispers a requiem prayer and makes a sign over herself. It's all true. Vent is the only enforcer officer who stood up for us. The clear as day who had a mother from the lower decks and who grew up midships and has no feeling towards us. The great man with a scarred face throws up his arms. Your lordship, we're no villains here, we're honest workers. You're servants. We plot no disorder, we went on strike openly, and now we got guns pointed at us. All we're doing is asking to be allowed to work in peace, not being harassed. The persecution started a process of nothing, you say. I was told that while you was found in possession of cultist animals, there was a heretic hiding here. A cult of animals? What's that? The goo guy that found the dead drunkard. Oh, something evil and forbidden, we sure didn't know. Law enforcement just said they were looking for heretics among us. Anyone instructing their investigation would be punished. How could there be heretics here? We know our own people, and there have been no new faces here around. Definitely not. And if there were, we'll be the first to report them. And as for this amber virus, they took it off a dead body. There was a cult is still breathing in our sector, that's for sure. When the fight broke out, some enterprising folks looted the bodies. The boots they came back with. No one's ever tread these decks in boots so fine, I can tell you that. It seems to me these cultists have better commanders than us. Ooh, bad choice of words then. Oh yeah, those boots really were fine. There's no harm in taking them, right? As for the amulet, well, it must have been pocketed by someone we don't know any better. We don't need amulets around here. We all worship the Emperor, and when we were working him, we bowed down before the machine spirits of the large and small transformers, the servo motor. Same way my grandfather was taught 100 years ago by tech priests. The King called it. Leave us worship. We are people of faith. Naive children! Weren't we taught from an early age about the dangers of Arch Enemy's creations? Weren't you warned that any unfamiliar object could be one of them? We were told, Holy Sister, but it was long ago. The last time we saw a confessor in our sector was just after I had my third little. That is regrettable, but you cannot lay the burden of leading a righteous life on the shoulders of the holy followers. So will you believe when beasts crawl all those amulets you stole from heretics? The holy follower who was not there, or the scavengers who brought evil down upon himself and his neighbors? Abelard, got anything to add? I'm authorized the use of all necessary measures to locate the Chaos worshippers hiding in this sector. The specific steps taken by the officers were not before me. Abelard frowns, clearly disgruntled, having to explain something to the workers present. Nevertheless, I'm certain their actions were justified. Cultists are no drunken Steve Doris? They are the enemy and threat to the ship. Neutralizing them demands decisive action. Sorry, but was it really necessary to torture these people cold? What changes do you want? When you look at it, the cloud of the Lord comes and asks us what we want. Well, here's what we want. Rain your damn forces. To quit turning off the heat. Stop bothering everything that moves. No, that's not it. We want the forces gone from here, we want to be gone. Give us arms, we'll cover ourselves. We'll defend ourselves, these calls show. 20 years now, getting rid of these club and plugs can only improve things around here. You gone too far, old man. Now that the Magus on lower decks live with outland forces breathing down their necks. Deploy even system enforcers on the upper decks too. As for weapons, what do we need them for? Before the first day's out, we'll have someone shooting our neighbor out of stupidity or drunkenness. We don't need that. When the enforcers stop harassing us, that'll be enough. In return, we'll find the scavengers who robbed the Callers' bodies. And we'll take them. And we'll talk to them. Lower deckers know. If there are any more of those damn animals about, we'll hand them over to the enforcers ourselves. You speak for yourself and your plan. I'll speak for me and mine. I don't want empty gestures. I want real change. They promised us the word now, but as soon as the anointed one turns his back, these brutes will be on us even harder than before. All because we dare to speak out. Well, we're not doing that. I'm not going to lose money. Try the pros. Spreading and clearing the ship is the first step toward embracing Kratos. Pulling weapons with untrained hands would mean worse. What's more, the forces we need to maintain oversight and order. Which are all these demands, and we will consider the rest. I'll try that route first. If it don't work, I'm really leaning towards that one then. Oh, it worked. Oh, man, listen! The Lord God himself has come down to us and is offering concessions. And I don't know a single person in the whole Deep of War who's ever stood next to the rogue chair, let alone talk to them. Back down, no time for you to be a stubborn old crone. Listen to us, old man. 3 clans of Deep before our tax is 1. May our minds up, yours turn to decide. Don't ask them to expand the forces to give us weapons. We don't need any of that. You two are ganging up on me, is that it? So brave you are against an old woman. I'll shut up. I will indeed. I won't go against 2 clan leaders on my own. Go on, play peace and the enforcers. Make your peace. Okay. Avalar's gonna hate it, but we'll go with number 3. Let's decide the persecution will stop, and I'll expect you to assist and locate any remaining amulets or weapons left by the culprits. Your Lordship, thank you for not abandoning us as lower deckers. You came for yourself, I'll tell my grandchildren about it. Of course, Your Lordship, we'll ruin any nasty biz faster than force and leave no stone unturned. This is complete bedlam. Are you satisfied, Lord Captain? I suggest we leave and discuss this. Everything en route. Patience to restore your shift with work. The last shift is missing. The workers went on strike. Heat 6 warm the air around it. It's a scorching temperature. This is the warmest part of the day. The workers are being direct deck chairs here.
Let us not dawdle.
Yeah, it won't let me do anything with it. Very annoying, that.
I always keep my options open.
Oh, Avalar wants to start shouting. Stopping unexpectedly, Avalar imperiously dismisses the unit at stands and addresses you to your command, saying, I have an urgent matter to discuss with Lord Captain. Please give us a moment. Are you pleased in your investigation, Lord Captain? Avalar looks at his last verse to just the restraint vanish. You kowtow to the slower route. You believe their lies and show them leads. Next time the ship to Dakotas, allow them to wreck what I like because they see you a week later. So how you've... Let's talk about your role in all this instead. You allowed this revolt to happen. Your actions practically guaranteed it would. Dang it! I knew I should have just told them to open fire. I really don't trust that old man. Why are you so angry? I solved the problem. Do not speak to your Lord Captain in that tone. There is some truth to your criticism. Yeah, we'll go with that one. I should say so. You simply needed to trust me. But if I had the situation myself, and you not decide to intervene, you're excused to be. Remember Lord Captain Theodora. Do you ever think she ever set one slip her foot on the lower decks? No, she did not. She just managed to left myself and the junior officers when she dedicated herself to her grand designs for the Protectorate. It's any truth, strategist and rogue trader. I'll be only too willing to trust in my seneschal, and not fill my head with such matters, but decision as should inspire all your control Avalar. Give me the reason why I should continue listening to your advice and trust in your judgment. Right now, I don't see any. And I think that was the best way to go. Maybe if Theodora spent more time on trifling matters, she would have wound up dead. There is a new Lord Captain aboard the ship now, and I will not repeat her mistake. Avalar looks at you stunned and exhales out of the name. I command your conciseness by my uncomfortably introducing new protocols in this crisis. And I lost my temper, Lord Captain. I believe I ought to explain myself. Words not coming easily from. The prosperity of the Von Galaxia's protector is not just an empty praise to me. I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish. It was the most momentous decision of my life. I did it because I saw in Lord Captain Theodora's deeds the sign of true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture worlds. They create order out of anarchy. That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. So I left behind everything I had known, everything my family had known. I come from a long line of officers, and I embarked upon this incredibly reckless venture. Lord Captain Theodora entrusted me with all the concerns she had no time for. She'll go off on her flagship for long periods to distant frontiers, on scouting voyages, and the advancement of the entire protectorate rests on my shoulders. Then suddenly everything that's been built over the years and years began to quake, riding like a flimsy hanger on a seismically active world. One of the senior officers betraying us all, the rogue sheriff's code, who knows what's happening on the planet. I tell you this honestly, without fear of appearing weak. All this has come as a grievous blow to me. I am not panicking, but grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I am duty bound to aid the new rogue trader, to aid you. To find your footing as quickly as possible. To that, I must insulate you from the promise that the past have been dealt with by tried and tested procedures. Set on the ship's regulations. Procedures that are established long ago and function smoothly for decades could not suddenly be deemed excess to the requirements. Theodore trusted and established procedures, and she died. I won't make the same mistake. If you want to keep building the future of Von Veloxius protecting with me, stop living the past. I understand, but you learn how to respect me as your Lord Captain Myrkr. Accept it and start living a new world. A world where Theodore is gone and where you and I have new decisions to make. The prosperity of the Von Veloxius protector is just important to me. You're the only person who has comprehensive knowledge of how things are run this ship. In the future, I will follow your recommendations. I value what Theodora created, and I trust that this situation is an operation of the ship's alright smooth operation. Since the established procedures are working, I see no reason to change them. I've seen plenty of sentiment hand-wringing in recent days, but very little competence. I have no plans to rely on your judgment on your tried and tested procedures in the future. Honestly, I think I'll go forward. I value what Theodore created and trust the situation of operations descriptions are my smooth operation. This has scientific extent the shadow of incredible strain which Emily had been warning him for some time. Finally, let's face. I'm glad you see the value and the foundations laid down by your illustrious president. Right fix wasn't broken. As for me, I shall endeavor not to cause any further consternation, Lord Captain. Now, please, let us leave the lower decks. If the rogue trader decides to stretch his legs, there are far more suitable places. Oh, we leveled up.
I always have a backup plan.
I don't know, I think I kind of gave in to Abelard, but I can't help it. I like him. I like him and Cassia. They're both really cool. Sorry for taking forever to come to decisions. So I'll keep on chatting about everything. Maybe now we can finally finish our adventure of getting to this place. Type grade undetermined. Begin scan. Rocky Worlds. Ricardi, Philia, Assistant Ricard, after quest. Actractinium. A mobile mine outpost assembled in accordance with the Blessed Standard template construct. This small industrial complex can perform practically any world, however, inhospitable. The Surf Clan assigned to it will devote itself to maintenance of its sacred mechanism and destruction of any resources needed by the rogue trader. Dark and malign forces lurk beneath the fiber of the fabric of the physical universe, the source of all physical. Psychic powers, some of the forces of chaos, malevolent and turbulent entity, that's metaphysical manifestation, man's worst fears and frailties.
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure.
No, not inventory. Character, there we go. Until the opposite next turn, the allies' attacks also remove exploits and deal intelligence bonus for more damage. Precise attack for the next attack against the target affected by an exploit. That target's cover efficiency reduced by minus 15. Yada yada yada. How about that one? That sounds pretty good. Showing analysis. And skill. Ow. Oh, that's how. Rational arguments more convincing, allows them to know saying logical consistency in other people's words. Also helps to operate commentators more efficiently. They give access to new dialogue options. Affected by the intelligence characteristic, it represents a character's ability to use or repair complex mechanical items of high-tech use, enables characters to be able to farm the workings of unknown technical artifacts, open doors, and hack machines. Might as well go all in on logic. I'm a smart cookie. Gots to be if you're a crime lord. I think we'll go with your weapon skill for right now, Abelard. While under 40% wounds, Imperial World characters gain plus 10 bonus to all characteristics and some plus 2 result. Ooh, that's... yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that. Alright, you can have... Give her that. Give her a little logic, sure. Why you can't click that? Yeah, whatever, Joey. Yeah, we'll give her no heresy. Encourage saying ally who immediately recovers from burning, leaving toxic and stun effects. Oh, that does sound good. Get back in the fight. Give her that. Blood Audrey. Good.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. This is intriguing.
Come in, escort. This is Captain Vicari. Escort, please come in. Fellow Elman looks at you and a mixture of hope and disbelief swelling in her eyes. You notice her hands trembling, she clutches her weapon. Who are you? Did you come from the planet? Are you reinforcements? Say, Steve, I thought you would never come. Abelard teaches Riffraff the proper way of addressing her sovereign. Bow before the illustrious Myrkr von Valancius. I am Rogue Trader Myrkr von Valancius. Now introduce yourself. Excuse me. I am Rogue Trader Myrkr von Valancius. Now introduce yourself. At once, sir. Woman stands at attention. Captain Racco Vicari, server of House Winterscale, and the pilot of this shuttle, has an honor to be greeting His Lordship von Valancius. Tell me about this planet, Lloyd. The only summon in Red Card Philly is a penal colony. Prisoners work in the mines and the doomed quarries. They mine sulfur, cream, summer dust, and sand, which is then melted down, a rather nondescript place, or so it was prior to the current events. What happened here? There's been a prison riot up the planet, sadly being led by the prison warden herself. What? The Honorable Efficagon Castilla. He is himself allied with the rabble. They himself was supposed to watch and declared right rebellion, be independent of the authority of the system's lawful governor. I came here as a shuttle pilot alongside the Honorable Evane Winterscale, son of Caligos Winterscale, Rogue Trader, Vanquisher Racinos, forever triumphant over the enemies in she details, announcing every word of her overlord's titles. Long Lord Winterscale wished to speak to Warren personally so he could put an end to his lawless treason. He and his escort went ahead and she grows pillar. I haven't been able to contact them over blocks for a very long time now. Never end. One of his distant younger offsprings, yes, there's much I know about him, which means he has distinguished that's as much as I know about him, which means he has distinguished himself in anything before. If any Winterscale has made subject my adventures the York Flag for his father, Rogue Trader Caligos Winterscale. Great region, when I grant entry to someone dishonorable, which means whatever happened in this terrible, odious place, we must aid this man of noble blood. The warden himself is spearheading the riot? Yes, she bites her lip. No one expected this. Master Cascada is a nobleman from a respected governor house and vassal house Winterscale. All of a sudden, he would claim that right Cardi Filia is now his personal domain, that the prisoners were his subjects, they would never bow to anyone again. It's pure heresy. And I take it they were looking for a dye of sand and gravel. What kind of madman would start a revolt on a barren rock? Why would Realm Winterscale have the need to parley with the dissidents? It's a personal matter. Master Cascalian, the seditious warden, is Lord Evane's childhood friend. My lord heard of the riot. The news saddened him greatly, so he rushed here around to lay in hopes to bring his old friend to his senses, no doubt. First Winterscale my Mary prefers to talk first rather than shoot and slash. I'll say, young Lord Winterscale is not his father's shadow. If he is determined to save his friend, he won't be back down. I pray to the throne that he's alive and well. He's been gone for such a long time, and I really don't like this place. Theobald executed his wife and only son on the mere suspicion of treason against House Cercilio, so why did the noble Evane rush to save someone who betrayed his house? Do bonds of friendship give one the right to make inexcusable mistakes? I'm looking for a man by the name of Hendrix von Kalox. Is he here, perhaps? Unless it's one of the prisoner guards, then it seems unlikely. There's no shuttles working order other than yours and mine. There's nothing else anyone could use to reach this place. Anything else I should raise up before I set up? Some of the rebels have holed up in the barracks. I don't know how many, but given this is the only way when the negotiations are taking place, I would expect heavy resistance. Please take caution, your worship. Lord Winterscale's guards mined entrance so the rebels couldn't get to the shrub. You may excuse yourself. Priest from up before asking hesitant. Your Lordship, if I may a minute of your time. I won't dare to trouble in a personal matter, but the situation ain't tense. Been to the capital right card minors yet? I want to ask you a small man there. Communication officers by the name of just called. Remain disdainfully silent. I am a rogue chair, not a messenger boy. I have more pressing matters in hand than indulging in junior officers. I have not been to the right card of minors and know nothing of this officer's fate. That's a shame. May the Emperor keep that fool from her. Thank you for your time, Your Lordship. She bows. You can tell by the demonstration in her eyes that she is exhausted, frightened, wishes to be off this planet as soon as possible. Alright, I gotta take a quick little break. I'll be back in just a moment. Hey, sorry about that. I've returned. Disco maybe.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Alright. Ah, the Star of Chaos. That's always a good sign.
Never doubt me.
Fireflies have been vacant for a long time. There's a layer of dust in every surface. Oh, we can build a bridge. Or at least to say we could. Ooh. Oh my. Got some dead guardsmen and looks to be prisoners over there.
Let us
The
not
barracks.
dawdle. This could be an opportunity.
Abelard, I've been meaning to ask. How are you keeping it together so well? Don't you ever feel awful without her?
Enough, Tlus. We have a duty to the new rogue trader. You would do well to focus on that. If you keep your mind busy, you will have less opportunity to fill it with awful things.
Raise their meal, 142 lives for even high for let alone prison colony. Looks like peas and a piece of toast. Long string of names extends beneath the heading. Top quarry workers of the site.
I know how to take risks. What a peculiar thing.
It's all over the place.
I always get the job done. Success is the only outcome I accept.
Scraps of tickle prison food repulsive to the senses. Not very sure what that's supposed to be. Venerable ultimates, the best among us. The list is faded and the names are very legible. Good. Prison Diary of Atishan, here, 1. Grok shit, why me? Why? I missed my tithe payment 12 years ago. 12 years! The inspector's right got lost somewhere in the bowels of the planetary ministerium. I was lying there the whole time. But they sure remembered to tack on the fines every month. By the time they found the blasted paper and finally informed me, told us someone was so seen, it will take 3 generations of my descendants. If I had any to pay it off, my fate was sealed, trial, sentence, prison. All because of some daft rotter who shoved my papers in the wrong box. To be fair, I think I got off pretty easy. My bed in the barracks is about as hard as that slab of rock I got at home. Working the quarry isn't much tougher than my old job, and the rules, void take me. That old sog that governs right corner of my orders is a bloody series by comparison. It's a strange old place I haven't been beaten on yet. The guards bark orders all the time, but they never hit us. They also got this kind of inner circle of specially chosen prisoners. The optimaterium, they call it. If you can get in, Emperor, unless you get an actual day off, they let you out of your cell and into the yard by the big barracks, and I tell you what, they let you rest there and feed you better than whatever they swill they've been giving us at the canteen. Told me to improve our motivation, all that, foster a stronger desire to reform, become a worthy servant of the Imperium once more. I know what for it is, just a club for the warden's favorites. The same story as everywhere else. Suck up to people in power and get some swanky perks. They say the whole thing was the warden's idea. Funny man, our warden. Looks more noble than nobility itself. Tall, groomed, deep even. Eyes burning, boots so polished you can see yourself when you move to look 'em. That doesn't matter much what people... That nerd doesn't want people looking at his boots. He walks around looking like he's deep in thought, alright. Only a couple of guards at his side, and he sometimes... Can't believe he talks to prisoners. What's your name, he asks all quiet like. Why were you condemned? Do you feel remorse? Never even yells at no one. Never orders them to have flogged. Instead, he doles rewards out. Special ones. Keeps telling us like... Oh, we should try to make society believe in us again. Uh-huh. What do you say, Master Warden? Starting tomorrow, I'll be trying to join these optimates of yours. Stuck here till the day I die, that means no return society for me, but with Emperor's help, I might just join the ranks of the local elite. What a weird prison system.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
The Masters demand your death!
I'm not allowed to move currently.
Death to non-believers!
So this is a bad ambush.
Emperor, deliver us!
There.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! Doubt is for the weak.
Your furious recital.
Faith
Run and
without
gun.
deeds is worthless. Strike is a prayer.
Oh, we got one.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Dang, Argento.
Out of my way! I serve the ruinous powers!
I'm not injured. I'm enraged.
What is this foreboding? Will do. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Oh, I accidentally shot her. So.
But of course. Time to slaughter someone. Can I? Oh,
Dang.
now.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. I will do my duty. One fewer target. It will be done. Indeed.
High momentum.
What's this? Ooh, short fire primary.
Who if not me?
I bring ruin.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart! I'll do it.
Dang, Argenta.
Chaos guides me.
You will endure.
Was be gone. Anything else?
Pain cleanses the body.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. I'm afraid not.
Yeah, that was pretty useless then.
Follow my lead. It will be done. Reduced to dust.
Let's make some opportunities. On it.
Okay, good hit, good hit.
Don't frighten me!
Oh, an air gate or another set of ones. No, I did. Did I use it? Oh no, dang it.
Ministration is a holy task. Guided by faith, we endure. As the Emperor commands, none can escape the
There you
Emperor's
go.
judgment.
Argenta.
On it.
Is there money to be made? Just as I planned.
Grace to play, I'll agree, huh? found a hidey hole. These cages have been placed in plain view of the beds inside of traces of blood and excrement. Oh, look. Part 2. Prison Diary of Atai Shan Part 2. Ha ha ha! I started that better than folks aching me. Guess you just came down the Shaw gangway among the fresh batch of prisoners. Cleansing from Dan Willia, former administrative clerk. No, the clerk. Very same scum who lost the rib about the missing payment. He's the reason I'm in this hole. Don't know why they threw him in for, but I've never felt better in my life. He's not just behind the same bar as me, he's fresh meat. And I'm a venerable ultimate respected by everyone in the colony. Ordinance came up with new improvements from now on. Anyone who unperforms, misbehaves, or causes trouble in our ways to be punished by the community, specifically by the local best and brightest. Yours truly, the ultimates. The last two saucy fell to meet the quota were stripped naked, whipped, and thrown into the cages in the big barracks. That's where they have to eat, sleep, and shit now with everyone watching. Stuff that isn't right. They've taken these punishments too far, but now, just you wait, you piece of grok shit. I'll get you for something. Those cages are calling your name. Bare beds made from metal sheets swing back and forth from rusted chains. Whoever is forced to sleep on them would not take much for them to fall. Beds here are bolted to the floor, some have thin torn bed sheets and even tattered pillows. Stub revolver, flak chest plate.
Keep your wits.
I can see the agitation and fear of the servants beside me. But you, how do you manage to drown out their colors with mere words? Their dark hues dissolve immediately, and humility sets in.
I have always desired only respect, not fear. It is good to know that my efforts have not been in vain. Thank you for telling me.
That's how it's done. I always keep my options open.
Sorry.
Success is the only outcome I
So
accept.
40 birds familiar scent. That of the dark forces of chaos. Chopped up slices of flesh before they washed of any. Oh, lovely. Oh, part here. Part 3. Part 3. I'm scared. I should have known that charity from the warden was gonna bring nothing but trouble. No matter how barmy, would pull anything of the sort about that man. Certain little things the warden would come by to talk as he did, except he used to ask this question for it. Now he was mostly gushing servants. Some gibberish about path to purification, sanctity of sacrifice, seeing with blinded eyes. I listened and nodded. Yes, Master Warden. Of course, Master Warden. Say whatever rubbish you want as long as that tasty optimate meals kept coming. For everyone else was doing the same, nodding just to please big man. I was wrong. After that, people in the barracks started yapping on about purgation and blindness too. Apparently us optimists were no longer just the warden's favorites. We were, Emperor forgive me, prophets of some kind who were meant to save the rest of this sorry lot, or awaken them, or make them see. Some rubbish along those lines. People were now supposed to make sacrifices to optimists. Yesterday, the slap who stepped in the bed on me, my first year here, cut off his own damn ear and crawled on his knees toward me. Handed me the ear and begged me not to forsake him when the fate flower came. What in the from am I even supposed to do with the ear? Why is every single one staring at me all the time? Warren said the time was nigh, that fate had surely great things in store for the optimates. Went to look how my good friend Clemson was doing. He hasn't spoken for 3 months ever since I had all his top teeth ripped out. He spoke today, he looked straight at me and said, "Dead man." I kept hitting him until it hurt. Until it hurt me. Now my fists and feet are all bruised. Half the barracks stood there and watched and prayed. I'm scared. Yeah. Chaos definitely took control of this place. Prison guard. That'll come in
Always
handy.
keep your eye on the prize.
Judging by the number of horrid morsels, dozens of victims were slain here. Severed human body parts. Yeah.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Tech use.
I always get the job done.
Uh-oh. My brethren, the dawn is nigh. The Optimists will guide us into a new existence. Yes, yes, dear brethren. Have a taste of steel. Oh, how I long for this, my dear brethren. Thank the throne. Noble looking faces. But we're gonna die here with these nutters. The old man with a gap-toothed smile drops his weapon, holds out his hand in a placating gesture. Please don't shoot us, your nobleness. Let us speak a word. Well, this is a welcome change. Talking before shooting. Still, Lord Captain looks at this ragtag bunch. Hardly inspires trust. Give me a reason not to execute you on the spot? Consider your request denied. Now die! Here's the deal. We're honest, quiet inmates. We didn't want to riot, but well, sending out wasn't really an option either. The warden's laptop to make short work for those who refused to join the festivities. So yeah, you know, play along. That's all it was, play. Never meant no offense to Government Dia, nor the lawful authority, House Winterscale. Give us a chance today. We just want to wait until everything blows over and we can go back to ourselves and finally do the rest of our time. A repentant, honest heretic. How novel. Judging by Abelard's tone, the senator was utterly impressed by the old man's ingratiating monologue. Low-boned speech is modern with colors that conceal his true darker hues. This old man has a long history of lies, and he's using his files on us as well, but I see no foul corruption or ill intent in his words. Tell me more about the warden and the why. Ha! I saw your tongue for talking about that heretic, but if you insist, here's how it is. The warden of this here prison, the Honorable Master Castilia, was a crackpot from the start. The previous warden ran things for the proper way. Prayer, 1 meal a day, work, punching the chompers from the guards, work again. The new one, what his first decree was, he introduced lunches and dinners by the 9 devils. That's 3 meals a day. Oh. Yeah, that's 3 meals a day. The man was obviously stark raving mad. Things went down well there. The guards quit it with teeth punching, the warden forbid them. So the overseers started counting which prisoners were digging up more things in the quarry or swinging their pickaxes harder or whatnot. And would you believe it? They put together a list of best workers, and if someone on that list also showed good behavior, that's when they got promoted to Optimate. That's the upper crust among us jailbirds. Or that's how it was at first. Then the warden decided Optimates, not the guards, would be in charge of punishments. Then it wasn't the overseer's job to watch the prisoners work. It was Optimates. Well, let me tell you, that's when the goody two-shoes really started to shine. The guards aren't even in the same league as our dear fellows. In Optimates' old days, we had maybe 5 or 10 stiffs kicking in a week. Now, we were lucky it was only 50. I think I turned my game down too much. And that wasn't the end of it. Lord and Castilia moved out of his chambers to live right in the quarry, under the dome, and I think someone in his new home really scrambled with his brain. He began sprouting the wildest things like the Optimates or the saints who would uphold the truth. Started talking them to the quarry, and all of them returned, the ones who did. Recognized them, more beast than man. They were butchering people left and right. Even guards and overseers. The warden himself had armed them. That's the whole sob story, but I knew from the moment he left us after dinner, oh, this won't end well. Lunches were fine. Dinner, Indra nods knowing. Old Croger's right. Whenever nobles start giving handouts to commoners, something always goes wrong. No, Suzuka catches. I mean, all due respect, your lordship. No offense intended. If I spare you, what do I gain from it? No. How can lowly jailbirds hope to thank you, nobles? Ah, I have an inkling. See, us here, where how should I put this, different from the rest of the prisoners in this place? They're all petty fierce and right for minors, debtors, gutter snipes. They're no one serious. Now we, your nobles, cut from a different cloth altogether. We're fortune seekers from the void. Why don't you tell you where? Why don't we tell you we're on Footfall Station? You know Footfall. I suppose going to the room. Only ship guard and blessed market and all of the Crown's expense. Yes, so. Where on Footfall you can find some very serious business-minded people and how you can get yourself a very special discount on the very special goods. What kind of very serious people? No, serious kind, you know. Have you heard about the Fellowship of the Void? It's the largest pirate alliance of the expense. There's no leader, of course, but there's some terribly serious captains who decided that cutting each other's throats out over loot was, what do you call it, counterproductive? Calling for a scare, now that's anti-counterproductive. Well, the joint efforts leave them an excess of spoil, so they need to dispose of it somehow. And your nobles, just have to know some people who handle such kinds of dealings on behalf of those very serious people. Crime lord, other criminals, no-brainer. Very well, I shall spare you. Oh, that's so great to see you, your highness. Just great. Now there's a true aristocrat, not that warren creep. Now then, your nose. Where was I? For our own Footfall Station, there's this district, the Shadow Quarters. It's called that because it's located behind the statue of our Holy Assembly. Known folks who called it something else, also on account of it being behind the statue. Don't repeat their mistakes, I tell you. Revered here in Nomas, waste no time fighting and burning them all. Forgive an old man for getting distracted. So, Footfall, Shadow Quarters. There's a bar there, built into the remains of the old ship. And in that bar, in the back room, a certain Risa does her business. Tell her Grandpa Buckley says hello. Be her favorite client the blink of an eye. There we are. Well, your noblest will be going back now if you don't mind. You may go, heretic. I shall not leave you here to die at the hands of the Warren Sentry. Go tell my pie that is the Lord Captain's order. You'll be sent to my ship. You will join my ship's crew. You have my personal pardon as a rogue trader. I've changed my mind. By his name, I will not let heretical shut to yourself leave this place alone. Outcast. Thanks, we're most grateful, your noblest. The old man glances at you somewhat skeptically, but smiles and leaves. Pumps of dust, but no trace of weapons or gear. This storage has not been used in some time. Loot!
I always have a backup plan.
I'll better myself through my service.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Oh, hammer.
Just as I planned.
That's a nice loot.
Keep your wits about you.
We built a bridge. I'll tell the tech priest. Corpse in a uniform decorated in the Winter Skill coat of arms. That guard did not even have time to draw a weapon. The attack must come as a surprise.
I always keep my options open. That's how it's done. Fate and fortune favor the bold. I always get the job
Evidence
done.
suggests that the victim was killed by poison gas. Glass making furnace was used to melt the extracted sand into glass. See. Guard. Welcome prisoner, welcome prisoner. Prisoner. Dead person. Green water, nothing suspicious there. Yeah, nothing suspicious at all.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Alright, great. Let's go this way.
Is there money to be made?
Now there's the warden. And winter scale. Actually, it might be better, yeah, to come in from that direction.
Let us not dawdle.
The creations outside the structure indicate some regularly occurring natural phenomenon, possibly poison gas emissions. There's guards all over the place.
Keep your wits about you.
I told you, Evie. They're hiding so much from us. Arrogant mentors, holy brothers and sisters. What have they ever given us? Nothing but pile of fibs and useless emotions. The voice of the man standing with his back to you sounds almost soft. He leaves everything but his one in front of him. And then was over a prisoner dressed in expensive clothes. But Aurora, she is different. She spoke to me like no one has ever had before. Revealed the truth to me, and now I can reveal it to you. If you're just struggling for a moment. What? If I realize this now, long returns to you. It's a question of long thin metallic rod with blood dripping off. If you have guests, fun the bond belong to the ship of Razor. Evie, my dear, you will have to wait. Do not faint, I beg you. For you feel air, including your overall. Warren's words are suddenly drawn out by chorus of voices in your head. An entity that still goes and rests behind, joins in his cacophony of cries. This place, it holds great significance to my name. Correctly chanting the voices, you can almost make out words that speak of an ancient grave. One that was opened for it contained a priceless treasure, a most coveted prize that was retrieved by the faithful after a centuries-long search. Stretched dreadful shades. Cassie recalls the colors of this place there. Creatures listen to the core, and these people, these colors, oozing with madness, despair, pain, and doom. How do you know who I am? Lies have many faces, but there's only one truth, and it's been laid before me. I know the enemy of the truth would come here sooner or later. You know, we had this guy once, he was quiet. One day he walked in the middle of that bar, threw one back, and then pulled out a gun, started shooting people left and right without saying a word. And he shoved the barrel in his mouth, blew his brains out. Before he hears the second thing in his life. Who's on the table? My sincere apologies. Where are my manners? Please allow me to introduce Yvain Winterskill, the younger son of Carlos Winterskill in the flesh. You know, he was so close to witnessing his truth, right before you interrupted our little chat. How dare you, contemptible peasant? For every drop of elbow we spill, you'll pay 100-fold more. Cassia turns to you for support when expression the equal parts condition and free. Avalor shakes his head home. That poor fool. Knew enough good to come as naive, attempted negotiating with heretics. However, everything still appears to be alive. We make haste, we might yet save him. Having a sound health splinter scaling your debt will certainly prove beneficial. Why didn't you like these people? These are my ultimates, saints who would guide the flock at the fated hour. Listen, causes smiles, can you hear? You can't? They are crying out. Calling, it's just that their cries are not meant for our ears. They cast their voices out there, beyond the edge of glass, into the transparent quiet. There they are heard. There their call is answered. That hits. Is there something special about it? Is there not? I am Bob's most buried there, my tummy ward. What was the side we took it from here? And he smiles from the corners of his lip. You're too late, enemy of the truth. Bastion's already fulfilled his great purpose. You will never find the trail of the plain lemon. Now rest in the hands of the Val. Who is Aurora? Oh, so you managed to barge in here and interfere with the prophetess. Besides, all you know who she is. But it's too late now. You never attained sight. All you can do is accept your fate. I do not like when people take the prophet's ultimate name and say your death, enemy of the truth. Raise his hand and the main people start crushing while they're deaf. The time for words have passed. Ultimate, to give your power to this harbinger of Aurora. Let our foes see the truth become a washing blood.
I'll make an example out of you.
You'll make a suitable sacrifice?
Put her right there. Oh, Avalor, you're the one over here. Right there at the Avalor. Odra, you can... go there for now. Me. Go there. Right beside you guys here.
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands. is a prayer.
Myrkr changes?
Let's make it quick!
Death to the weak. Chaos guides me. Death to non-believers.
Yeah, still go on their own. I always love when that happens.
Will do. Farewell. But of course,
Where was that guy? Oh, good shit. Good shot.
I'll see to it personally.
Die with grace, at least.
There we go.
Grey hair? Sure hair. I will do my duty.
Didn't flinch.
Oh, dang.
High momentum.
This is unacceptable. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. That is not the Emperor's will. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Hold on.
I know
That
what
way,
is to
Adrian.
come.
out of my way!
I've faced worse than this. Taking calculated risk is my second nature. I'll make it happen.
Dang.
Who, if not me?
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
At your beck and call. For von Valentius! Victory is imminent.
King Abelard.
I can't catch my breath.
Be strong. Greater trials lie ahead.
I won't forget this.
Doubt is for the weak.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
I serve the ruinous powers!
I'll make it happen.
There we go.
It's as good as done. I'll see to it personally.
At your beck and call. Indeed. Someone else can do this.
Not really sure what that was all about.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Brace yourself, Abelard!
High momentum.
I don't need luck. I have strategy. I'll make it happen. On it.
If I may, isn't this a job for the serfs?
At your beck and call.
Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. Emperor!
Out of my way!
Cover me! Anything else?
There we go. That was a nice hit from her.
Just a minor setback.
Don't let your guard down. I'll make it out. Another enemy down.
Here we go.
I'll see to it personally.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
A tactically sound approach. It will be
There we
done.
go.
I will do my duty. It will be done. That suffered worse.
Ooh, dang, that was a good hit by that guy.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Was that you? Or... Will do.
Okay. think we almost got this fight in the bag. There we go. Ooh. I don't believe we've been corrupt energies. Blood is bubbling on the wrong one's lips, and his voice is barely audible. We now remains melodious and quite courteous. Yvain, a winter scale off Cronus, greatly pleased to make your acquaintance. On the rare days that Lord Winterscale visit York 5, the station was washed from a mist of warm hues. We were forbidding from each other. Well, it's delightful to see such rare colors in my home. However, his colors are darkening, twisting from pain and bitterness. We must help Lord Captain. We must save the clarity of his soul, for he whose presence makes the world a little brighter serves no less. Leia Cassia, I presume? Sacred child of House Celia? What furious was on the day we finally meet, I... Look, Yvain looks away in shame. I find myself not at my best. There's no disgrace to your predicament, Lord Winterscale. The Lord Captain and I met under similarly dreadful and tragic circumstances. What have I done to you? And the Lord and my friend. I tried to convince him to stop the riot. Diplomacy failed. Speaking of his struggle, he continued stubborn. Father hates diplomacy, which is I had to try. I cannot be certain that you aren't infected by this corruption as your friend was, except your death. Conserve your strength. You are wounded and need help. Wounded? I would have phrased it altogether differently. Torture and maim, perhaps. Have you ever had your eyes burned out? That was my first time. This is my first time. I cannot say I recommend the procedure. It is ever trying to make light of the situation or growing delirious from the pain. I must take my leave. I will see to it that assistance is provided to you and that you are escorted from here. Now it's giving into oblivion. We got some profit. Merely man does not stir about in his shackles. The Plagneer is ready. These most holy prophet and ultimate Atel Sean. Well, found out what happened to that Atai guy. Just getting across the approach to this place, however, they're not paying anything of note. Starport. Rebels to perform blasphemous sorcery and blind one of the heretics from an enormous lens. Your eyes drawn to the shards of an enormous lens scatter around the broken device. First you are uncertain of what troubles you, but suddenly rose and hates you. Glass shimmers in a unique way, just the same way the shards of the unknown broken up she found near Theodora von Velocia's desk. What's the matter, Lord Cotton? Why are you so interested? Charles already knows what you're looking at. He instantly makes the connection. By the Imperium Saints, it cannot be! I see it too. Whatever that thing in her study was, it was made from the same material as this junk. What? What? Abelard's at loss for words. It takes a moment to collect himself, and all at once they start pouring out a hasty spite. It's a mistake. Slander meant to blemish the good name of a person who is now dead, and not even defend herself. First, those minions of the arch enemy murdered Lord Captain Theodora. Now this cannot be tolerated. It will not be tolerated. Come on now, Abelard. Remember what she was like. Smile brazen trace her grief, but at the same time is strangely known. Brazen, assertive, it was like her entire life was a race against fate, till fate caught up with her in the end. She would have gone head first into the black hole. She had thought it would put her even one step ahead of everyone else in the expense. We could just find out what she was keeping in her desk and why she went to get it during the attack. Sister Argenta's beautiful face is full of grief. How bitter it is to know that you were born from bad blood. Do not let this knowledge drag you into darkness. Excuse you? The sister's words ring with a genuine, sincere hope that you are blessed by the word of your fate. You should not appear to be shocked by the news of Theodora's possible heresy. Life must be so easy for your sanctimonious preachers. Dubious trinket, you no longer see a person, you see bad blood and annoying hindrance. There is enough about him in Indra's voice to poison the entire regiment. Argenta recoils, but the next moment her dark eyes ignite with fear. How dare you admonish me? We are speaking of abetting the arch enemy, a person who has taken themselves, thus can never justify their actions. Sure! Why go through all the trouble trying to make sense of anything when you can just label them a heretic and call it a day? Except, dear friend, I see Myrkr. You didn't mind Theodora so much when we were aboard the ship. Didn't leave her aside for even a moment. She rescued you, aided you, and your adoration rose to the moment you had an accusation song in her memory. Her an accusation. You weren't surprised or upset, you just gave up on her and moved on. Grandchild's right, danger of heresy cannot be overstated. Angel's right, it's too soon to cast accusations of heresy. Sister Jenna, you will cease these insinuations about Theodora at once. I will not allow the name of the Von Veloclius family to be defamed by such words. Which, you're walking a fine line between outright heresy and the bearable bolter. Shut your mouth before I shut it for you. Say nothing. Now, it's too soon. Yeah. Myrkr, don't be naive. Theodora kept an unsunken witch by her side of the bed. Do you really should think twice about crossing the line other way?
I always have a backup plan.
Oh, loot. Give me all your stuff. What is this? Crippled man's appearance is ghastly, as evident he was cared for after his mutilation. Anything else is to level up and see if we can get some more information out of Winter Scale there. Otherwise, nothing's done. Leave this place. We'll do fresh target. And bloody mess. Sounds good to me. Avalon. Argento, basically our medic girl. So Avalon, I guess corrals. Well, that sounds good. Give him an attempt. We'll give her that. Oh, that sounds good. Fate bringer. Oh, we'll give her that then. Combat Medicaid. Recommended to give her this, but give her that instead. Good, good, good. Yeah, go with Blood Martyrs. Give her... idea, but oh well. Come on.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
What's the hold up there? Till our next meeting, Lord Von Alexis, I've had some time alone with my thoughts. Alright. Nothing else to be done here then.
Is there money to be made?
Your lordship? Rebellion's been crushed. I have news of your lord. Is Lord Winter still alive? Is he alright? He is safe and in one piece. However, I shall receive him as a guest on my ship. So ready the shuttle. Consider it done, your lordship. Thank you for the good news. Mission report, Lord Captain. Over the past few days, I've received several messages from different decks complaining about anomalous behavior from the ship's conductors and servitors. Machine spirits are reckless and rebellious, and no technically or ritual purification rid them of this sub. Obstinacy. Tech priests can deal with the vessel systems, but the servitors, they make errors in their tasks, disobey orders. Change this sign rituals, or sometimes downright freeze us if in a trance. Clip comes to the Voxtron file by Radio Lord Captain. Occurrences such as these are caused by errors in the cognitive calculations and some other sensible explanation. Teach you not to take after those who whisper the ship being cursed or possessed. Your drones oh, don't start, old man. All these peculiar happenings have long since turned into local legend. The door slams shut. The lumen starts flickering. I think that's a light. It is. Folk have grown used to all that, so our resident ghost has decided to up the ante. I'm telling you, they're only going to get worse from here. The technomancer that inspected the servitors include they pose no danger according to the servants of the Messiah. Such behavior is caused either by the echoes of minds not completely eliminated or by the manifestation of the machine spirits will. Nevertheless, the facility's faulty servitors make the crew's task considerably more difficult. High factotum. Janice Data would like to discuss how we deal with infected properties, awaiting your audience on the bridge. I thought we already took care of that. I am confused. For that. It's getting very hot in here, and I feel like this is a good stopping point. I promise next time I won't do as much random chit-chat and actually just play the game. Try to do a little less role-playing out loud. So, on that note, we just let me double check to make sure that save went through correctly. It did, good. So let's stop that. I'm gonna raid someone. Who to raid today? Who to raid? Who is streaming? Who's streaming that I know of? Ah, Skier. We're gonna raid Skier, who's doing some Observation Duty 7. Skier is a very lovely snake, and I enjoy hanging out with her. So we are going to raid her. I hope you had a lovely time. If you did, hit that follow button. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, nice time. Hit that follow. If you didn't, enjoy your time here. Ta-ta! Join us tomorrow for Total War Warhammer. Bye-bye.
Bro, peanut butter, there's quick time events for the capture.